Hi guys, James at Rampant Lion Reviews again for you today with another beer review. For this one we are going to head over to Chicago in Illinois once again in America, and this is another one of the beers that was very kindly sent to me by one of my long-term subscribers, Jesse, or Hops the Drinker as he's known on YouTube. So for this one we are once again going to return to Pipeworks Brewing Company, and we're having a taste of the Ninja versus Unicorn today. This one comes in at 8% and it's a double IPA. Now the other two beers I reviewed from these guys were pretty damn outstanding, the Blood of the Unicorn and the Lizard King, but this one is rated even higher, 100 overall on Rate Beer and 99 within the style, so this one should be a pretty damn awesome beer. I'm really looking forward to trying this one, and I'm really glad that Jesse actually sent me these over. He was telling me that this is a brewery that I really need to review, so a huge thank you to him once again for supporting the channel. And dude, I hope you enjoy the reviews. I hope you've enjoyed seeing some of your local beers reviewed. So anyway, as is usual with my beer reviews then, I'll tell you a little bit about the brewery. If you do want to get straight to the tasting, just fast forward. All the usual links are in the description below. The brewery website, the link to my other Pipeworks reviews I've done, and all the usual social media, so make sure you check those out. If you want to see more beer reviews, do subscribe to the channel, and as always, to those of you watching in America, please do get in touch and let me know some of your local beers and breweries that you guys would like to see me review. It's always cool to try beers from states that you don't normally hear so much in regards to beer. Illinois, of course, is one of those, so it's really cool to do some kind of local Illinois craft beers. We always hear about Colorado, California and Oregon over here in Europe, but of course there are great breweries all over the place in America, so do get in touch and let me know about some of those. But anyway, to tell you about Pipeworks Brewing Company, as I mentioned to you, these guys are based in Chicago in Illinois, and they were founded in 2012 by BJ Oslin and Garrett Lewis, and the two men were actually home brewers for quite a long time, but they met when they worked together at West Lakeview Liquors in Chicago, and later they were educated in larger scale brewing by Brouwerij de Streese in Oostvleteren in Belgium. So in 2011 they launched a Kickstarter campaign to raise the $30,000 they needed to start their own brewery, and they actually founded this brewery in the Buckton district of Chicago. I think it was at the end of 2011 they founded it, but in January 2013 they actually won the Rate Beer Award for the Best New Brewer of 2012, and as of 2015 they own a second site on West McLean Avenue where most of the production now takes place. But they also introduced their beers in cans when they moved to this new site. Jesse was telling me that their beers used to be in these big 3/4 litre bomber bottles, I think they call them in America, but they introduced them in cans, which is quite a common thing these days for environmental purposes over in the States. A lot of the craft beer is canned, particularly in Colorado actually, but as you can see there's some stunning artwork on these beers. But they will retain their old brewery for experimenting with sour beers, and that's one of the really cool things about Pipeworks, is they do have a small regular canned range of beers, but a lot of the other ones are one-off brews. Jesse was telling me that the Ninja series is one that I should really check out, but I don't know if you can get those in cans of course, but I'm sure I will make it over to Chicago to try some of their other stuff at some point in the near future. Jesse and I will enjoy a few beers together. But yeah, just to list the beers you can get in the canned range from these guys, there's the Ninja versus Unicorn, this guy here, the double IPA, Blood of the Unicorn, which was the red beer, that was very nice, Warbird, there's Lizard King as well, which is a pale ale, that was a really pretty damn good beer as well actually, Close Encounter, which is a stout, Glaucus, which is a Belgian style IPA, and also Lil Citra, which is a Citra hopped IPA. So there's some pretty damn awesome beers for these guys. They're all rated well into the 90s, but this one I think is one of the top rated ones, and it was introduced back in 2012 from what I believe, but the batches have changed quite a lot. They do experiment with their regular recipes as well, so you might try this beer and it might taste a little bit different from how I describe it depending on what batch you get. So yeah, very cool brewery in that regard, very experimental, so do make sure you go and check out Pipeworks Brewing Company over in Chicago, Illinois. But just before we start the tasting, I'll just let you have a little look at the artwork on this one. The artwork on these beers really is fantastic. You know, Amoyer Bryghus over in Denmark have some great artwork, but these guys probably have the best artwork that I've seen from America actually. You can see Ninja versus Unicorn. The unicorn, of course, is our national animal in Scotland, so I always find it funny when there's beers called Uniform, and or Unicorn rather, and my girlfriend is Japanese, so I guess this would be an ideal beer for us actually, Ninja versus Unicorn, but I would say in that case normally the Ninja would win. She's a bit of a hard ass, but she's great, you know. But yeah, quite funny this one. So 8% India Pale Ale. It doesn't say what hops on it. That's one of my complaints about Pipeworks Brewing Company. They don't tell you what hops and malts they use in their beers, and maybe that's just because they change the recipes all the time, but it would be really cool to know for beer geeks like me. But once again, a huge thank you to Jesse for sending me this beer. So let's get it open and we will get on with the tasting here. So yeah, should be really nice. You can smell some of the fruity character off this beer as soon as you open it up. But yeah, these beers are very, very good. I can see why Jesse really wanted me to try these. These are some of the best American beers I've reviewed on the channel for you, so I feel very privileged that I can try like such a local Illinois brewery. So yeah, as you can see, this beer is actually not too far off the colour of the Lizard King actually. It's just a little bit darker, but it looks very nice. It's a bright kind of yellowy orange amber, this one. You can see there's a finger and a half of a frothy white head on this beer, some big bubbles sticking towards the side of the glass there, but quite a few little ones just going up towards the bottom of the head. It looks very nice. You can see there is a bit of transparency to the beer, but if I put my hand behind it, you can see that it is quite opaque, but it looks very, very nice. And even just holding it around like this, you can smell some of the beautiful fruit characters coming off this beer. So let's have a look at the aroma now. Yeah, that's really nice. There's a good mix of citrus. There's a good mix of citrus in here, and also some of the tropical fruits. It's actually quite juicy. There's a real kind of orange peel, sort of juicy orange tangerine note coming off this one. But there's a lot of nice tropical fruit. There's a bit of grapefruit, a bit of passion fruit. They're not too pungent. It does lean a little bit more towards the it does really lean a little bit more towards the juicy side of the tropical fruits. There's a little bit of mango in there maybe. Maybe not quite actually, maybe more sort of peaches. Not apricots or anything like that. I want to say, yeah, a bit of peach. Maybe there is a little bit of mango. When you sugar it up a bit more, you start to get more of the kind of oily, pungent tropical fruits. But yeah, it smells very nice. Of course, you get some of the pine resins and some of the grassy and floral aromatic characters coming out of this beer too. It does smell really nice, and underneath that you can smell the nice sweet caramel malts that you would expect. I love the American IPAs for that. The nice caramel flavour that goes along with these big hoppy characteristics, the fruity juiciness is lovely. But yeah, this is a very good smelling IPA. Make sure you take a bit of time and smell this before you actually stick into it yourself. But yeah, a nice big bready malt base, some caramel and biscuity notes on top of that. Just a little tiny bit toasted actually. But yeah, a lot of kind of leafy hops once again. Some juicy orange, really orange coming out of this one for me. Some oily grapefruit and passion fruit, and a little bit of mango and apricot. Well, not really apricot, more peaches actually I would say. Just a little bit of that dusty peach, but some floral aromaticity and some pine resins too. It smells very nice, more floral and aromatic, but very leafy. So just enjoy the aroma of this one before you get stuck into it. So let's give this guy a try now. So this is Ninja versus Unicorn, basically my girlfriend versus me, from Pipeworks Brewing Company in Chicago in Illinois. Slanja, and once again a huge thank you to Jesse for sending me this beer. I hope you've enjoyed the 3 reviews. Cheers. Yeah, no, that is easily the best of the 3 beers that I've reviewed from Pipeworks. No question about that. The other 2 are good, don't get me wrong, but this one is in a different league, definitely. Yeah, this is a damn awesome beer. There's no doubt in my mind about that. I can see exactly, I've said that with the other beers, I've said you can see exactly why these beers are so highly rated, but with this one, you know, the other beers are very, very good, don't get me wrong, but this one, that's a world-class IPA, there's no question about that. That is a damn good beer. That's one of the best IPAs I've reviewed for you on the channel, and I don't say that lightly. Yeah, that is a damn good IPA. Huge orangey citrus in this one for me, but it blends very well with these nice tropical fruits in there. Oddly enough, the other brewery that I mentioned to you that have awesome artwork, Aroma Brewhouse from Copenhagen in Denmark, they're the other brewery that really springs to mind when it comes to naming my best IPAs. This one, if you're watching in Europe, just to give you an idea, of how good this IPA is. Think Aroma Batch 1000. Not many IPAs are better than that. This one is just as good as that one. This is a very, very good IPA. That might well be the best beer I've tried from America so far, and I must have reviewed maybe about 70 or 80 American beers, something like that. This one really is top drawer stuff. Make sure you try this if you get the chance. This is really good stuff. Yeah, that's a damn good beer, no question. So let's have a look at the flavour a bit now that I've sung its praises. So in the middle of the palate you've got a nice bready malt base that just goes right across the middle of the tongue there. As you move further forward and into the centre of the tongue, you pick up some of the richer juicy caramel flavours in there. Very, very sweet. There's a little bit of a biscuity malt base to this one. You can feel that just as you progress into the aftertaste. It goes from being bready and caramelly just to being a little bit more grainy and biscuity for me, but it's very good. And then the hop flavours, you start to get the kind of dark floral aromatic and quite resinous flavours coming out in the aftertaste. When you, in the foretaste if you like, in the earlier part of the flavour, that's when the fruitiness of this beer is coming out. This is really, really nice. There's a huge variety of flavour in this one and it blends together very, very well. Yeah, that is a damn good IPA. So just behind the front curve of the tongue, for me, you're getting some nice orangey citrus character in there. I think there's definitely some Amarillo hop in here. You can get that nice juicy orangey citrus. It's a bit more like a kind of tangerine or a blood orange. It's just that little bit darker, and that blends together of course very well with some of the passion fruit and grapefruit that comes out in this beer as well. Yeah, as it progresses a bit more, you do start to get some of the juicier tropical fruits, but they're very minimal for me. You get a lot more of it smells a lot milder in the aroma and more juicy than it actually comes across in the flavour. The more oily fruit flavours, the orange, the grapefruit and the passion fruit for me are really what's coming out in this one. I wouldn't be surprised if you've got Cascade and you've got Simcoe hop in this one, because it does seem to have those traits, maybe some Citra as well, just for those slightly juicier tropical fruits. But yeah, for me, it's citrus all the way, a little bit of tropical grapefruit and passion fruit, but quite oily in that regard. And when you move into the aftertaste, you start to get some of the other things. There's maybe just a little bit of peach there. I'm not really getting the mango that I picked up in the aroma. That I think there is just a little bit of peach, because you get that kind of quite distinct, almost slightly dusty peach aroma, or peach flavour I say, near the front of the tongue. That oily bubble just behind the front of the palate there is where it's really coming out. Around the edges of the palate where you start to get the other hop flavours, there's a good piney resin backbone to this one, some floral aromaticity as well, maybe even just a little touch of earthy character at the back of the palate. Maybe there's a little touch of mosaic hop in here. And that's probably where some of the grapefruit flavour and things is coming from too, if it's in there of course. In these reviews I've kind of speculated a little bit about what hops are in here, but the flavours, you know, the flavours kind of do give you an idea. But yeah, back corner of the palate, there's a little bit of earthiness. As you come further forward, it becomes more floral and aromatic, a bit of pine resin under there, and some smooth grassy character just around the front curve of the palate. It's a very, very nice beer actually. This one, as I say, probably the best IPA I've reviewed from America, and I've tried quite a lot of IPAs actually, so I hope you do take that with high regard. And by European standard, this one is just as good as a Amor Brewhouse Batch 1000. This is a damn good beer. And once you actually get used to the flavour as well, there's so much more to it. This is very, very nicely done. One of the traits I'm noticing about this brewery actually is that they really like their quite dark floral aromatic and resinous flavours in their beers, and that works very well. They do it really nicely. In Amor Brewhouse in Copenhagen, they like to use Tomahawk and hops like that, and Peril and things as well as another one. But I guess this is another trait of Pipeworks Brewing Co, and I really do like it. That's probably why I've taken to this beer so much. But yeah, this is a damn fine beer. I can see exactly why it has the 199 rating. It's really, really good. The malt base, just everything in this beer blends together very well. So if you try this one, I'm certain you will like it. If you enjoy a nice big hoppy IPA, American style IPA, you will certainly enjoy this beer. It's really, really good. So with the mouthfeel, this one I would say it's mid-bodied. It's actually quite oily as well. The carbonation is very, very smooth. It does the oily mouthfeel really suits this one quite well actually, and it helps bring out the fruit flavours. Just feel that little bit more oily, and it suits the beer very well. So you've got some nice oily juicy fruits in this beer. The malt base is quite sweet, but when you move into the aftertaste it starts to become smoother. It leans a bit more towards the bready side of things than the sweet caramel, and the hoppy dry character around the edge of the tongue is nice and dry and bitter. So this is a really damn good beer actually. If you get the chance, definitely try this one. So I can only say once again to Jesse, a huge thank you for sending me these beers, especially this one. This is a damn good beer. The other two that I reviewed were very good as well, but for me this one is just in a different league. This is a top beer, one of the best IPAs that I've reviewed for you on the channel, hands down. Probably the best beer I've reviewed from America actually. So yeah, definitely go and check out the Ninja versus Unicorn from Pipeworks Brewing Company in Chicago in Illinois. I don't know who wins out of the Ninja and the Unicorn actually, but I'm sure I'll find that out with my relationship at some point. But yeah, it's a damn good beer and I would recommend that you try it. So as always, thank you for watching the beer reviews. Until the next time, please like, subscribe, share, all the usual YouTube stuff. Go and check out the social media things. Let me know in the comment section below your own thoughts on this beer and your favourite beers from the brewery, of course. A huge thank you once again to Jesse for sending me this beer. To those of you watching in America and in Illinois, do let me know some of the other beers and breweries that you guys would like to see me review. Until next time, Slange just now, and I hope you've enjoyed this beer review. Make sure you go and check out Pipeworks Brewing Company from Chicago in Illinois. Cheers just now. This is a damn awesome beer. If you enjoy a hoppy IPA, check it out. Slange.